Welcome to my Premier League review. Right, we'll start with the early game, and it was Swansea against Manchester United, and in fairness, it was a battering. Jose's got Man United ticking. It's a typical Jose, second season in charge. They're big, they're strong, they're powerful, and unfortunately Swansea couldn't live with them. They're going to be hard to beat for the title. Swansea just lost Gylfi Sigurdsson, need to replace him big time, but they've got plenty of money to spend. Right guys, I'm off for football. Moving to Saturday's 3 o'clock games, bit of a shock on the south coast as Marco Silva's Watford beat Eddie Howe's Bournemouth 2-0. Now last season at home, Marco Silva's home record was immense, but away record was shambolic, where Bournemouth have been strong at home, but the Cherries this year so far have struggled. 2 defeats, Eddie Howe will need to sort that out. Also, Tony Pulis is at it again. His side going win 1-0 at Turf Moor to beat Burnley. Burnley, great result last weekend, but the cornerstone of their success has always been their home form, so they'll be disappointed to lose out. But Pulis, 2 clean sheets from 2 games, you know what you're getting, don't you? Right, off to get changed for football. Leicester got their first points on the board. They beat Brighton 2-0. They were up so early, it was unreal. 52 seconds as Joa put Leicester in front, and they never looked back from there. Brighton worked hard, but lack a bit of quality. So Jamie Vardy limped off for Leicester, which could be a big blow. We'll wait and see. Mahrez is still there, but plenty of time in the transfer window as Roma still want him. Brighton work hard, but lack a bit of quality, I feel at the moment. Don't really look like scoring goals, so they need a striker desperately for me. Also, moving to Anfield, Liverpool made it 4 points from 2 games. They beat Palace 1-0. Beforehand, a lot of people thought this would be a high-scoring affair. Didn't turn out to be. Palace learnt their lessons from last week. They were leaky at home to Huddersfield, but they dug in. Only 1-0. Mane scored late on. Good finish. A little bit of luck in the build-up with a deflection into his path. But real plus for Palace was Loftus-Cheek, starting to look the real deal. Chelsea may regret letting him go, but you never know. Right, off to football. Right, moving on to the last of Saturday's games. We had an absolute thriller on the south coast. Saints edging West Ham 3-2. Saints 2-0 up, cruising. West Ham have an Altovich sent off, but Hernandez gets them back into the game until a last minute penalty absolutely kills West Ham. West Ham fans, are you feeling for Slaven's future? 2 defeats. Last season didn't go particularly well in the end. I hope not, I like Big Slav, but it's not looking great. Now, on to the late game. Stoke Arsenal. Typical Arsenal. Loads of ball, passed it really well, got to the edge of the box and passed it again. I just wish someone in this Arsenal team would shoot. But it cost them as Stoke's new boy Hesse scored the winner to make himself an instant hero in the Potteries, and Stoke are off the mark and Arsene Wenger's scratching his head. Now for a proper Sunday League review. FC 22 have just beaten Charlton Royals 5-3. Great game of Sunday morning football. We were 3-0 up, cruising, then typical Sunday morning, 3-0 before a late double from Woody gives us the win. Right, I'm off to Wembley now. Come on you Spurs. Well folks, walking away from Wembley, very raw. I'm going to watch Match of the Day 2 back, obviously, but my gut reaction is I don't know how Spurs didn't win the game. Chelsea were very clinical. I thought it was a good game of football for the neutral, but Spurs just weren't clinical enough. Should have got something from the game, but Chelsea have put last week's defeat behind them and are back on track. The Spurs Wembley curse, I think, is nonsense. We played well today. Don't ride into all that, but here we go. Right, now for the train home, and I shall watch Match of the Day 2 through my fingers. Well, just watched Match of the Day 2 back. I still gutted. Spurs had most of the game, but fair play to Chelsea, they got the job done. On to the other game this Sunday. Great result for Huddersfield, beating Newcastle 1-0. They were most people's favourites to go down for Huddersfield, but they got 6 points from 2 games. They'd be over the moon with that. They can only build on it. Newcastle look like a team that are struggling right now. Rafa needs money. We all know it's not available. Don't be surprised if Rafa walks. But you never know. Right guys, one game left to go, and that is Manchester City versus Everton tomorrow. Well, that's the Monday Night Football all done and dusted. It finishes 1-1 at the Etihad. Wayne Rooney scored his 200th Premier League goal, massive achievement to him. Put Everton 1-0 up. Then 2 red cards, neither a red card to me. Kyle Walker sent off right on half time for 2 yellow cards. Second one's a shocker. Then Raheem Sterling equalised. Great goal, but the young lad at fullback must do better. And then Schneiderlin was sent off for 2 yellow cards as well, and again the second one for me isn't. I think Bobby Manley's had a decent game, but rush of blood for the 2 second yellow cards. City will feel as if it's 2 points dropped, need to win their home games, but Everton sat deep, stuck to a game plan, so job done for them. Right folks, that's my Premier League review. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you all next week.